Yeah, is my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
So yesterday we discussed about data types and notations, Java notations, right? So today we are going to discuss about variables. So variable is nothing but like a variable. Generally, what we need to say is like a variable is a container which contains the data. Generally, we can say. So generally container in the sense, for example, actually we need to say we need to store the particular type of data. So for that, what we are doing is like we are defining one variable. Inside that, we are storing that particular data. Okay. So generally, we have a three different ways to declare and assign and initialize variable. So the first syntax is like a data type, variable name, data type, variable name, and every like statement at the end we need to give colon. Okay, semicolon. Okay, like this we need to define. So example int I, for example, int employee ID equals to int employee ID colon. This is a variable. In this variable, what we are doing is like we are storing the particular data. Okay, and another example is like string like employee ID. For example, the thing is like for example, I want to store the particular integer data. So what I'm doing is like I am using int data type. Inside the int data type, I am writing like employee ID semicolon. So this is the declaration, the syntax, the above one, like this is the syntax, data type and variable name. So we have a different type of data types, right? So int, char, or float, short, double, float, boolean. So first of all, this is the declaration syntax we need to follow. That is like int employee ID and semicolon. For example, I want to define char. So what I will do, char like first letter, char first letter we need to give. So I'm like the variable name is first letter. The variable name is first letter and the variable name is employee ID. In this, we are storing the particular data. Okay. And for example, I want to like give salary. In that salary, I will use like float. I will write like employee salary semicolon. Okay, so we will consider salary in the form of float only, in the form of float only. And for example, I want to give a flag, so I will write like boolean flag. Okay, and I want to give the values like in the double format. So what I will do is like double, and I will give like salary number. I can give salary number. So like this, we need to declare the variables. So generally, the what is a variable? A variable is a container which contains the data, and the variable declaration. In the variable declaration, what we will do is like this for us, we have a syntax called data type and variable name. Data type and variable name. Okay, so that is a syntax mainly we use. So far we have written like int employee ID, char first letter, and float employee salary, boolean flag, double salary number we have given. Recording in progress. Okay. So what we are doing is like we are defining the variables with the help of this syntax. Okay. Are you getting right? Variable declaration.
Yes.
Yes. So, like this, we will define variable declaration. So, variable declaration syntax is like data type and variable name, semicolon we need to give. Okay. And like I told, like variable is a container which contains the data generally. So, I will show you a simple example. For example, we have like int employee ID, int employee ID equals to, for example, I can consider 2014 5. This is the employee ID. You can consider this. So this employee ID, I am like assigning, I am giving to the employee ID value. So what it will happen here, the data stores in the employee ID. Data stores in the employee ID. Let's consider employee ID is a container. Let's the variable name, like variable employee ID. So in this, what it will happen is like whenever we are assigning the data, whenever we are giving the data to the employee ID, like whenever we are assigning the value, that value will store in this container. Okay. So for that, like variable, the syntax is like for declaration, data type and variable name. Data type and variable name must we need to give semicolon at the end. Are you getting right? So like this we need to define. And here, yeah, this is the basic syntax for employee ID. Like this is the basic syntax for variable declaration. Once we declare the variable, then we need to assign. Then we need to assign the value. So for assigning value, there is a syntax called variable name and value. Variable name and value, semicolon. So once we assign the value, here we have declared the variable, right? Employee ID. Okay, once we declare the value, sorry, variable, and again what we are doing is like we are assigning the value. So I'm assigning the value to this particular variable. Okay, employee ID. Here it will store the data in the form of integers. Okay, and one more thing, if you are like declared a variable in employee ID, okay, the employee ID which is in the form of in the form of integer, we need to give. For example, we have given a char, so it didn't allow, it won't allow. Okay, it won't take, it will give an exception for us. Okay, because we need to like at the time what it will ask is like you need to change the data type, like that they will ask. Okay, here we will get the error. Okay, here we'll get the error. So we need to declare the particular data type only. We need to give the value for the particular data type only. Okay, are you getting right? Like variable assignment, variable name equals to value. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we need to declare like variable for first of all, what we are doing is like we are declaring the variable. Once we declare that variable, and then we need to assign the value to that particular variable. So according to the specific data type only, we need to give the value. Otherwise, we are giving different values. It didn't work. Okay. So once this is the variable assignment. So here, first letter we have given, right? The first letter I will give equals to char. Okay, and float. Can anyone tell me like the float, like how we need to give the float? I have given an employee salary, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Points like that.
Yeah. So in decimal points, right? So I'm giving 10.0 F. Okay. So because whenever we are giving the float value, right, at the time we need to give F at the end. Yeah. So once we have given the float value, then I need to assign a flag. Okay, whether it is a true or false. Okay. So here the flag just I'm giving as true because the Boolean value must be in the form of true or false. Okay. And the last one, double. Can anyone tell me the double, how we need to write the double? How we need to assign the double?
Um, In decimals only, but F is not present.
Yes, in decimals only. We need not to give F. Okay, like this we need to give. And one more thing, there is another data type we discussed about it, that is a user defined data type, like string. Okay, so user defined data type I can give like a test case name. Okay, like this I have given. So whenever we are giving, whenever we are writing the string, right? So at that time, what we need to do, the test case name equals to, we need to provide double quotes and semicolon. Okay, string is nothing but sequence of characters is nothing but string. So within the double quotes we need to give. Okay, so I can write like verify login functionality. Just I'm writing like anything we can give. Like this we need to define. Are you getting right? The variable declaration and variable assignment. Is it clear, right? Everyone? So, for example, I declared a variable char and I have given like title ID. So, for example, I have given a title ID. Okay, I have given a variable name title ID. Okay, so I just declared this one. So I have given a char, right? Char. So what kind of value I need to pass here? I need to assign. It is a char. Char must be like in which format?
Single alpha.
Yes, single characters, right? Character must be in single characters. Okay. For example, I have given int ID. Okay, int ID. So ID value must be in which format? Yes, which is in integer format. Okay, so we need to give a integer format, integer value. Okay, and for example, I have given boolean. So once I have given a boolean, and here I have given a like flag. Okay, so what is the default value of boolean? What is the default value
True
of?
or false?
Yes, which is in true or false, but the default value is true. Default value is false.
Or false?
False. True. Default value is false. Okay. So like this, is it clear, right? Variable declaration and variable assignment. Is there any doubts? Anyone? Okay, I can consider it as no. And another one is like variable initialization. Variable initialization. So variable initialization is nothing but we can directly define the variable. The syntax is like the data type variable name equals to value. Data type variable name equals to value. Okay, so once we declare like this, we no need to follow this above process. Okay, for example, the variable declaration we don't need, and variable assignment we don't need. Once you have declared like this, data type variable name equals to value, so we don't need to follow this one for that particular variable. Okay, if you want, declare a number of variables in your class and you can able to access. Okay, so let's take the another example for variable like initialization. So the syntax is like data type variable name equals to value, okay, and semicolon. So what we are doing is like here, for example, I want to declare a consider string variable, string user name, okay, which if we are using a string data type, so at that time we need to write within the double quotes. So I'm writing like admin, and we need to end double quotes, and we need to give semicolon, okay. For example, I have given a char, okay. I want to like I want to declare only one character. So at that time, what I will do is like a char. I just write attribute value. We can say attribute value. Just I'm giving a variable name as attribute value. You can give anything. So which I will give like in the single quotes q. Okay. And then I want to declare a variable name like I want to declare a count. So I will provide count equals to 0. Okay. And for example, I want to give like character, like I want to give you a Boolean value. So I will give bool flag equals to true or false. Okay. Or we can say execution flag equals to true. Okay. So like this we will define generally. So are you getting right? Variable declaration, variable initialization. Everyone? Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir. I can understand.
Yeah. So the thing is like we need to define the variables like this. So let's take an examples in the like variable declaration and variable assignment like this. So let's navigate to the Eclipse. Once we navigate to the Eclipse, so first of all, we need to create a class here. So how we will create a class? Just we need to go to our project, and in SRC, we need to do right click, new class, and in the class name must be in uppercase. The first word must be uppercase in class name. So I'm doing like variables concept, variables concept I'm giving, and I'm clicking on finish. Once I click on the finish, it is created a class. So inside that, what we are doing is like we are writing a main method. Got stuck. Yeah. So it is giving a main method, public static void main string args. So once we have written a public static void main string args, then what we are doing is like here we are declaring a variable. So can anyone tell me how to declare a variable? What is the syntax to declare a variable?
Data type.
Yes. Data type.
Variable name is festival.
Yeah. So what we need to do is like, first of all, we need to write a data type. So I can take a data type as a string, which is user defined data type. And I will write like title semicolon. Okay. We have declared a variable. Okay. Once we declare this variable, and then I want to assign this variable, right? So we can say, yeah, here. So I want to assign this variable. Yeah. Okay, so here what I will do is like title equals to variable concept. Okay, I'm just assigning this variable. Okay, I'm just assigning this variable. So you can place the cursor here and you will get a value like it is storing the variable concept storing in title. Okay, so I want to like print this value. So what I will do, system.out.println, system.out.println, I will write like title. Okay, so once I write the title, okay, and again I will run this particular variable. Okay, sorry, I will run this particular class. Let's see what will happen. So we got like variable concept, right? We got like the output is variable concept. Okay, so like this we will call the variables. Okay, this is a local variable, so you can understand that the local variable we can call direct. Okay, direct. Going forward we will discuss about instance variable and static variable. Before instance variable and static variable, we need to discuss like this variable concept. What is the variable, what is the initialization, and what is the declaration, and what is the assignment. So like this we will do like the above one is declaration, another one is like assignment. Okay, and I want to initialize a variable that is like int count equals to 10. Okay, you can consider like here data type variable name equals to value. So what we are doing here, we are directly assigning to the initializing the variable. Okay, without writing, without declaration, without initialization, sorry, without assignment. What we are doing, we are directly assigning the variable. Okay, so what I will do, I will print this one as well, system.out.println and count. Let's see what would be the output. So we got the value as 10. Are you getting right? Variable initial, variable declaration, variable assignment, and variable initialization. These three topics are you getting right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like this, we will define the variable. So let's write a simple program to swap the numbers generally. Okay. Let's do that thing here only. So I will make a comment all these things. So generally what we will do for swapping two numbers. For example,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Temp is equals to A is equals to B is equals to temp, temp is equals to A.
Yeah, we will do like that also. And another way is also there. So instead of, for example, they will ask you like without without using the temp variable, how you will achieve like that if they ask. So what would be your approach? So let's see that thing. For example, here I've declared a variable called a. Sorry, initialize the variable called a equals to 20 and b equals to 10. Okay, so once we initialize these variables, then what we are doing is like we are adding a value, a equals to a plus b. Okay, a equals to a plus b. So here what we are doing, here we are like adding the value. Okay, so what would be the answer here? Here a is 30. Okay, once we have written this, and again what we are doing is like a equals to a minus b in the sense here a value is 30 minus 10, we are getting a value like 20 in the b. Okay, And once we got this, and again, what we are doing is like a equals to a minus b. A equals to a minus b. So here, like a value is 30, right? And b value is 20. Okay. So 20 minus 30 will get 10. So let's print out. Let's see what would be the output. Right click, run as Java application. You can able to see here we have given a value is like 10 and b value is, sorry, a value is 20 and b value is 10 we have given. But we swap the value, like a value is 10 and b value is 20. Okay, this is the another approach, like we can achieve this one as well. Okay, is it clear? Swapping two numbers.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the interview, they will ask like without a temp, you can write a code like that. So at that time we need to do like this. Okay. So everyone, is it clear, right? Variable initialization, sorry, variable declaration, variable assignment, and variable declaration, sorry, variable initialization. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
So generally we do like this: variable initialization, variable declaration, and variable assignment. Variable declaration and variable assignment and initialization generally we do with the different data types generally. This is the basic thing and the most important thing generally we have. Okay. So next we are going, this is the basic important thing you need to remember. And next thing what we are going is like we are going to discuss about operators. So operators, in the sense we have a different type of operators like arithmetic operator, logical operator, bitwise operators. Okay, these are the basic things only. Let's discuss about arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators in the sense like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. And yeah, all these things: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are the different operators we have. And when it comes to the logical operators, we have like logical and, logical or, and logical not we have. We'll discuss about this. Okay. So in this variable concept, for example, we did like arithmetic operations here only. So what I want to do is like I want to add two variables. For example, I have a variable called int a equals to 10 and int b equals to 20. So I want to add this value, like some value. So what would be our approach? Generally in our schools, generally what we do, like for example, a is equals to 10, b equals to 20. So what we do, 10 plus 20, right? So like that only what we need to do is like without creating any variable, because like instead of we are creating a variable, it is like memory based. Okay, we can say. So I want to print it directly. So what I will do is like a equals to a plus b. Okay, directly what it will give the output here. The expected output is 30. you can able to see. This is the arithmetic, like this is the addition operation we can say. Or if you want to create another variable, so int c equals to a plus b. Okay, so and again here you need to do like c directly, and you can run this code. You'll get a value 30. Okay, this is the addition. And if you want to do like subtraction, so at the time what we need to do is like just I'm declaring a variable int c equals to 20. Int d equals to 30. Okay, so I want to do subtraction. So why we are getting this error?
Semicolon.
Yes, semicolon is missing. Okay, and here why we are getting another error? Because within the class we cannot create with the same name variables. Okay, so we have a variable called c, right? And we have another variable called c. So Java compiler confuses, like if the c is already there and you are declaring another c, then which one I need to call? Okay, so at that time we need to create a variable uniquely. Okay, are you getting right? Within the class we need to create only one unique variable. Okay, with the only one name. If you are creating a two or more variables with same name, you will get an error, like it will ask duplicate local variable. Okay, are you getting right? It is a duplicate local variable. So due to that it is getting here we are getting error. Okay, so what I'm doing is like I'm changing. So I'm like I want to print the subtraction value. So what I will do is like system.out.println e equals to e plus e minus d. Okay, and I will save this one, save, and I will run. So you will get a value minus 10. Okay, so like this we will do. If in case like there is another way, so let's discuss about division and multiplication. So here I'm giving a variable called 20. Int g is equals to like 20, and so I want to perform a multiplication operation. So what I will do is like int f into z. Okay, so once I will run this one, we'll get a value like 400. Okay, so these are the automatic operations. Generally we have like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, and one more thing, one more value is like we have logical operators and relational operators. So relational operators is nothing but we have like less than and greater than, less than or equals to, and greater than or equals to. Okay, double equals to. Okay, and here we have like not equals to. All these things we have. Okay, so this is like arithmetic operators, like relational operators, and these are logical operators, we can say, and or not. Okay, so let's see like like relational operators. For example, we have a value called a. Sorry, a is already there, right? So I will give like, okay, just minimum salary. Just consider it as like minimum salary. float. I've given a minimum salary that is like 10.0 F. Okay, let's consider 10 10 LPA or like 10K like that. And I will give like float maximum salary. And here I will give like 20 LPA. Sorry, 20.0 F I will give. So here what I will do is like, here I will check if minimum value is less than or equals to maximum value. Okay, so what I will do is like minimum salary is less than maximum salary. What it will give the output? Minimum salary is less than maximum salary. It will give true or false. What it will give? Let's see. So in like relational operators, it will give output as a true or false format. So you can consider like you will get output true. For example, I have given a like minimum salary is greater than maximum value. Sorry, maximum salary. So what it will give?
False.
Yes. Once you run this, you will get false. Okay. And again, here, what I will do, minimum salary is less than or equals to maximum salary. Okay. So save and run. You'll get true. Okay. Less than or equals to true. Okay. And again, here, what I'm giving is like greater than or equals to. Okay. Greater than or equals to. Let's run this one. We'll get output as false. Okay. And another one, we have like another operator that is like not equals to. Okay. Let's see whether minimum value and maximum value is equal or not. Okay. Here, what I will do is like whenever we are comparing both two values, so I will use like double equals to. Okay. So let's run and let's see what would be the output. So you are getting false value. Sorry, false output, because the minimum value and maximum value, minimum salary and maximum salary is not equal. Okay. And here system.out.println, I'll give like minimum salary is not equals to maximum salary. Okay. Not equals to in the sense, here a small little logic is there. So for example, minimum salary is not equals to maximum salary. Okay, is it true or false?
True.
True. So it is returning true. Okay. Like that we will check. These are the like logical operators generally we have. Greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, or double equals to, not equals to, we have. Okay. And one more thing, like we have like logical operators. Logical operators is nothing but and, or, not. So generally everyone aware about truth table, right? Truth table in the
Yes.
sense, untruth table. So truth table in the sense, for example, we have a value like true. Okay. And here also we have a value like true. Whenever like two values like true, in the sense it will give output true. Okay. And for example, we have like a value true and false. So at the time it will give as a false. Okay. And for example, we have a false and true. So at that time also it will give the output as a false. So in the true, like two conditions must be same. Then only we will get a true. Are you getting right? If two conditions true, then only we will get it true. If one condition is true and another condition is false, at that time we will get a false output. Okay, here also we are getting another condition is false, and here also we are getting it true. At the time also we are getting false. Okay, so for example, yeah, like this generally we will have. So if in case you are giving false and false, at that time also you will get a false. Okay, so here generally a logical and generally how we will use, let's see. For example, yeah, we have different values, right? We'll use the same values. System dot out dot println. Going forward, we will discuss these logical operators in if statements. Now, just I am like printing the output and showing to you. Here, what I'm doing is like if A is greater than, sorry, if A is less than B, and what I'm doing is like here, if A is greater than, A is less than B, and here what I'm doing is like here is, sorry, A is less than, right? A is less than B. Here what I'm doing is like E is also less than D. Okay, so let's see what would be the output. Like A is less than B, is it true? A value is 10 and B value is 20, true. And E value is 20 and D value is like 30. E is less than D. Okay, so let's run this code. Let's see what would be the output. So if both are true, then only we will get the output true. So what we are getting? We are getting output true. Okay. For example, what I will do is like here, if in case I have given like A is greater than B, and let's run the code one more time. Save. And run. So what we are getting? We are getting output false, because false and true, it will return false to us. Okay. If in case what I will do here, A is less than B and E is greater than D, and I will save the code and I will run. Okay. Now what the output here, A is less than B, true, but E is greater than D means false. Okay. You can able to see the output is false. Okay. And for example, I will make both false. So what would be the output? If I make both false, then also we are getting the false output. Okay. Are you getting right this truth table?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, and let's see logical R truth table. So inside that, for example, we have like first condition is true and second condition is false. At that time we will get true, because true, false, we will get true. Okay. For example, we have a false and here the second condition true. So at that time we will get true. Okay. And if in case, if the both conditions also false, at that time we will get false. Okay. And here, if the both conditions also true, at that time also will get true. Okay. Truth table, generally it is a truth table. So that means like if one condition, if we have given, we are checking two conditions. So at that time, like if one condition also like satisfies, then it will give a true output to us. Okay, let's see example. Here, the same condition I will take. Instead of and, I will write like R. Okay, so here what I'm doing is like, here I'm making like A is less than B and E is greater than D. Okay, let's see what would be the output. Okay, so for your reference, I will make it.
I think our symbol should be double lines.
Yeah, we can use a single line as well. Let's see whether it will work or not. Yeah, it would be say, 2 lines we can provide. That also fine. So you can able to see, right? Here we are getting output true. Let's run one more time. Yeah, we are getting the output as a true, because if the two conditions, within the two conditions, like if one condition true, then also it will give output. Okay, and again what I will do is like, I will make both false. Okay, you can take it as like false. You are getting the value as false, because if the two conditions are false, then it will give a false output to us. Okay, so generally we will check the conditions like that according to the truth table. Okay, are you getting right? And are, everyone? Is there any doubts on like and or like logical operators less than or equals to or greater than or equals to, not equals to, arithmetic operators?
No,
Okay, so these are the basic only. So just we need to understand this, like addition, subtraction, or like less than or greater than or equals to, because going forward, it will helpful for us. Like we will do the validations in the test cases. So at the time it will helpful for us. Okay. So here the logical not in the sense, what it will do is like, for example, we have given a value, Boolean flag equals to true. So what it will do at that time? So at the time it will do, yeah. So at that time it will do like, it will convert, if we have written like not flag, that means if we have given a true value, so it will change to false. Okay, let's see what would be the output. Okay, save and run. You are getting right. What we have given a value, we have given a value true, but when we are using logical not, at that time it is making the true condition false. Are you getting right? Logical not. Sometimes what we are doing is like, in our programs, generally we use like logical not to make the condition false. Okay, for example, we are getting output true. So at that time, we will take that particular variable and we will use like not to like to stop the execution if we are using a if statement. So within the if statement, I don't want to go inside the if statement. So particularly at that time, we'll use like logical not. Okay. So is it clear? Arithmetic operators. Everyone?
clear.
Yeah. So like we have a different things, like we have arithmetic operators and logical operators and relational operators so far. So is there any doubts? Please let me know. Can anyone tell me like how to declare a variable? What is the syntax to declare a variable?
Data type variable name,
Data type variable.
semicolon.
Yeah. And like how to assign a variable?
Data name value.
No, variable name equals to value. Yeah. And like how to initialize a variable? Anyone? How to initialize a value variable? So data type variable name equals to value. Data type variable name equals to value. So in front of you only here, like we are initializing the variable. Okay, data type variable name and equals to value. Okay, are you getting right? Like variable initialization, like arithmetic operators and logical operators and relational operators. Is there any doubts in this, like variable initialization, variable declaration, and variable assignment, and like arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and like relational operators like less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, less than or greater than, double equals to, and not equals to, and logical operators like and, or, not. Everything is clear?
Yes, Anna.
Yeah. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about like if statement, control statements, like how we will write the control statements, and for loop, like for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Once it is done, then we will move to variables concept. Okay, this is just a variable declaration, initialization, and like initialization and assignment. And once it is done, we will move to the actual concept called variables. So inside that we have different variables like instance variable, local variable, and static variable. Before that, we will discuss about arrays. Okay, what is the array, how to initialize the array, and how to get the data from the array. Like what is the two-dimensional array and three-dimensional array. All these things we will discuss. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. If you have any doubts, please let me know. And yeah, so I will share you like a cheat sheet about operators. Okay, just like do practice, create a class, and create a class and create a main method. Inside the main method, you can write the variables and initialize the variables and declare the variables, because it is an important one. Going forward, it will helpful for us, like how to declare, how to initialize, and how to assign. All these things are most important. Once you got the knowledge on this, then going forward, we will declare a method and how to call that method. It will helpful for us. Okay, is it clear, right, everyone? Yeah,
Yes.
I think I will stop the record.